This is chapter number 4, materials, metals and non-metals. We are taking question and answers of metals and non-metals under materials. The question first is, which of the following can be beaten into sheets? The answer would be zinc, because this is the only metal, others are all non-metals. So zinc is a metal and it has a property called malleability, and malleability, that means you can convert the metal or element by beating into sheets. Which of the following statement is correct? All metals are ductile. All non-metals are ductile. Generally metals are ductile. Some non-metals are ductile. The answer is C. Why? See, we'll see others, because others, this mercury for example is liquid at room temperature, and this cannot be drawn into wires, therefore it is non-ductile, right? The A option, all metals are ductile, this becomes incorrect. Option A is incorrect, so we cannot take this. Then not a single non-metal is ductile, so option B and D, they are obviously rejected. So we choose generally metals are ductile. Fill in the blanks. Phosphorus is very dash non-metal, is reactive, very reactive non-metal. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Iron is more reactive than copper, and metal reacts with acids to produce H2, that is hydrogen gas. We have to put true and false, so we'll give reasons also. Generally, non-metals react with acid. This is false. Metal reacts with acid, which release H2 gas. Sodium is very reactive metal, and this is of course true, so we put a T, because indeed sodium, potassium, calcium, they all are very reactive metals. Then the next one is copper displaces zinc from zinc sulfate solution, and we put here false, because reactivity of zinc is higher than the copper, so copper cannot displace zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Coal cannot be drawn into wire, this is can be drawn into wire, this becomes false, because coal is a non-metal, so it is non-ductile, therefore it cannot be drawn into wires. Some properties are listed in this table. We need to distinguish between metals and non-metals on the basis of these properties. So appearance, metals are lustrous, non-metals are dull. Hardness, metals are hard, non-metals are soft. Malleability, metals are malleable and non-metals are non-malleable. Ductility, metals are ductile, non-metals are non-ductile. Heat conduction, metals are good conductor, non-metals are bad conductor. Conduction of electricity, good conductor metal, non-metal bad conductor. So malleability, ductility, metals are malleable, ductile, they have a good heat and good conduction of electricity, while non-metal, they are neither malleable nor ductile, and they are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Give reasons of the following. Now aluminium will give the discussion also. So aluminium films are used to wrap food items. Why? First of all, because aluminium is a metal, it's very highly malleable, so it can be beaten into sheets, very fine thin sheets, and it does not react with food. That is why we use it to wrap food items. Immersion rods for heating liquids are made up of metallic substances, because metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, so immersion rod can be used for heating liquids. They are made of metallic substances. Next is copper cannot displace zinc from its solution. Why? Because the reactivity of zinc is higher than copper. Only a metal which is which has higher reactivity can displace a metal of lower reactivity from its solution. So copper cannot displace zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Next is sodium and potassium are stored in kerosene. Why? Because they are very highly reactive metal. Of course, sodium and potassium, if they are kept open in the air, they may even catch fire, because they are highly reactive, so they are kept in kerosene. Can you store lemon pickle in an aluminium utensil? No, We cannot store lemon pickle in aluminum utensils, as the metal reacts with acids and they liberate H2 gas, hydrogen gas, and the pickle will be spoiled, you will not be able to use it. In this we have to match the items, or you can say some substances, with their uses. So gold for jewelry, iron for machinery, aluminium for wrapping food, carbon for fuel, copper for electrical wires, mercury for thermometers. So this is the correct matching. What happens when dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate? Nothing. But if we actually pour concentrated sulfuric acid on a copper plate, this copper Cu will react with sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4, and this will liberate hydrogen gas, because Cu forms combination with SO4. This will be CuSO4, H2 will be liberated, hydrogen gas. Then iron nails are placed in copper sulfate solution. Write word equation of the reactions involved. So the reactivity of iron is more than copper, so iron is going to displace copper from copper sulfate solution. This is iron Fe, this is copper sulfate. Iron is going to replace this Cu from CuSO4, so this will be FeSO4 iron sulfate. So this reaction, this blue color of the copper sulfate will fade. Saroli took a piece of burning charcoal and collected the gas evolved in a test tube. How will she find the nature of the gas? And write down word equation of all the reaction taking place in this process. The first is she need to add some water in the test tube in which gas is collected. Now she can cover the test tube, shake it well, and she can test the solution with the blue litmus and red litmus. Blue litmus, if it turns red, then the nature of gas is acidic. And charcoal, when it basically charcoal is what? Carbon. The carbon, when reacts with oxygen, O2, it forms CO2, carbon dioxide. One day Rita went to a jeweler shop with her mother. Her mother gave old gold jewelry to the goldsmith to polish. Next day, when they bought the jewelry back, they found that there was a slight loss in its weight. What was the reason? Can you suggest the reason? See, in order to polish a gold ornament, it is dipped in an acid which is called as aqua regia. So the outer layer of gold dissolves in the acid and the inner shiny layer comes up, which is visible, and it shows that it has been polished. So because of the loss of upper layer of jewelry, the weight is reduced, there is a weight loss. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.